through memberships. As you can see there, there's memberships there that are available for you to choose from. There's the introduction level, which is $1 a month. Now, $1 a month gives you exclusive discounts, exclusive content, which is quite cool, lots of information. And then you've got Silver Moon, which also gives you access to free readings, more exclusive content, more discounts, special services that are exclusive to you guys. So quite a lot more, so which is really, really cool. Okay, so you can also support me just by giving a tip. Oops, show you. Oh, it's introduction level. You can do just buy a soya level. Sorry. Buy a soya latte just for one time. Doesn't have to be. So you can see there, just donate for one time. So you can see that. There's also all these posts and videos and little things that come through. So share with you some of my other pages like my playing cards. So yeah, there's lots and lots of great content if you support. You do a one-off payment, whether it's whatever it is for you. So yeah, lots and lots of great content if you support. You do a now also available too is my Discord. So you can get an invite to the Discord, which I put onto the top of the page here. Let me see. There we go. So if you go into here, you are going to get Discord invite. So give it a moment to load. So there you go. So join the Discord as well. Let me just remove that page. So yeah. Come on in and be a part of my profile and Discord. Okay, that's it from me. Take care and blessed be. Hi, Rosa. Yep, definitely can ask a question. Yep, let's go for it. Let's start. Okay, let's type in. Rosa. I'm not sure if anybody else is coming in, but it's, yeah, definitely type in your question. No worries. Okay, what's good to look forward to in your relationship with Jay? Okay, so I'm using cultural decks, so you know what they are. So remember, so this is what's good to look forward to in your relationship with Jay. That's quite good. What's good to look forward to in my relationship with Jay? Let's do Chinese tarot. I'm going to use the Chinese tarot. What's good to look forward to my relationship with Jay? So let's have a look. Now, glasses, I can at least read the cards. So let's have a look. Okay. First thing we have is the emotional connection as well. Maybe facing some fears. Can be with the moon card as well. I definitely feel it's about the emotion side of it, though. There will be some emotional ups and downs, so maybe that's something to sort of work through. It does talk about happiness and joy. You've got the Ten of Cups here. So Ten of Cups does talk about sort of a
contentment, a sense of everything sort of feeling quite happy and joy and emotional. Again, you've got that emotional connection there. So with the moon and the Ten of Cups, there is that emotional connection. There will be some ups and downs, but there is some happiness as well. There's a lot of happiness and stuff going on here. It does feel like there's a sense of completion, like things sort of coming together. So if you're in a relationship with Jay, there is that thing about that positive energy about it as well. So yeah. So that's your connection there. Okay, so what I'm going to do here. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Just want to try something here. Okay, so let's remove that music. Huh, that was interesting. Sorry, I was just trying something out. Yes, Savannah, definitely. Just type in your question now. I was just trying something different. I was just trying something a little different, so that was quite interesting. Is he planning on cancelling your engagement? Who's planning on cancelling your engagement? Who? You haven't given me. Is he planning on cancelling? Are you talking about your partnership, or your father cancelling your engagement, or your fiance cancelling your engagement, or who is going to cancel your engagement? Sorry, I'm a little confused about that. I don't know quite what's going on there. Is that to do with a relationship or your fiance? Okay, so you've obviously had some quarrels, some disagreements. Okay, let's do the ancient Italian. Your fiance, right? Okay, so is your fiance planning? You've obviously had some agreements. Whoa. Okay, 2 cards just flew out then. Whew, interesting. So we get the Page of Wands here. The message is, so you need to really look at the truth of the situation. You've got the Queen of Spades, Queen of Swords here. So really is about, yeah, and he's distracted. Okay, so you really need to look at the truth of the situation. I think you need to communicate. It's nurturing the plans and ideas through communication here. Okay, so I do feel like there's a need to communicate. There is a deeper message here. There's a much deeper message. Okay, there really is a need to communicate clearly about what you want and what you expect, and to get a clearer picture of the whole thing. I do feel like I keep getting like there's a deeper message here for you to communicate. I think you need to, there is a possibility that he could cancel it, but it's all about how you choose to communicate, how you choose to nurture the idea about the engagement. I think you need to really communicate clearly about what you expect or what you want, or be able to get on the same page. I think there is a potential for him to cancel, but it's all about how you choose to communicate. That's going to make a big difference here with the Queen of Swords here. It's all about how you choose to communicate. I think that's going to make a big difference to what actually happens here. Okay, Savannah? I think that's really important for you to look at. Hi, Amelia. Hi, Alexis. Yep, just type in your question, Amelia. That'll be oh, you have? Yep, that's cool. So you're next. Okay, you're welcome, Savannah. Who has an eye on me in love? Let's do the Tarot of Cleopatra. Hi, Alexis. Right. So, Alexis, if you can just type in your question, that'd be really cool. Who has an eye on you in love? Whoa. Okay. First card here that popped out was Queen of Swords. So you've got somebody who's quite, if you want to say someone who's quite direct and to the point. Okay, you've got someone who's quite direct and to the point. I wouldn't call them gentle at all. I feel like they're very much very direct and to the point energy. They're someone who sort of nurtures ideas. They expect the truth from situations. They nurture the plans and ideas to make sure that everything sort of happens as it should do. I do feel like they're quite direct and to the point. Oh, okay, this one here with strength. Someone who's quite strong. Yeah, that's why I keep getting someone who's quite forceful, who's quite direct and to the point. Okay, Amelia, I think you've got someone who's quite direct and to the point. I don't think you'll have any waffles from them. No, that's a good question, Alexis. You're all right. You're fine. Okay, so you've got someone who's quite direct and to the point. I don't think they're going to muck around. I do think they're going to be quite strong. They're quite a strong person, quite direct and to the point. Oh, zodiac sign, I would say they would be quite an airy sign. Okay, so quite airy. So, I mean, you can look up the Queen of Swords and see what zodiac sign that corresponds to. I think if you could, I mean, I hadn't really thought about it, but I would say they're very much direct and to the point. So have a look and see what air sign the Queen of Swords actually is. You can Google that. Google up Queen of Swords and it should tell you, you can sort of find out what zodiac sign that would be. I haven't really looked into that side of it. So, yeah. So have a look, Google it and have a look and see what the zodiac sign is of the Queen of Swords. It's definitely an air sign. So, yeah. That's not my specialty. I don't do that sun sign astrology thing with tarot. So, Alexis, right. Hi, Macy. If you just type in your question, that'll be really good. Thank you. Okay, so let's do the Spanish tarot with this one here, I think. Let's do the Spanish tarot. My name is Alexis. Client going through heartbreak, but pushing through. I feel successful. Cool. Will my next partner meet my expectation in regards to sex and intimacy? Now, I know I was going to pull out this one, but I'm actually going to pull out the Erotic Pleasure Oracle. Actually feeling very let's just do I was going to do the cultural deck, but for this question here, as it's talking about sex and intimacy, let's talk about the oops, shuffle the cards into play. Let's use the Erotic Tarot. Okay, so I'm going to use this deck here as we're talking about will Alexis's next partner meet expectations in regards to sex and intimacy. So let's have a look. Oh, that got pulled out. What was that? Nine of Shells. Wish fulfilled. Woo! Yes. Definitely. Success. Victory. Yes, your next partner is going to meet your expectations. Definitely a yes. Yeah. Definitely feel like a yes in this situation here. With the Nine of Shells and the Chariot, definitely feel as though your expectations are going to be met in the situation. Okay. Right. Macy. I'm going to start getting into my list here. Okay, so we're starting to get into a bit thing here. So let me just type up who's on the list before we get too far in other things. I just wanted to use that because that sort of felt appropriate for that card. So let me just type this up. So we've got Macy that I'm doing right now. Okay, Macy. Insanity. Oops. Insanity. And Sid. Right, so I'm just typing up this here so I know exactly where I am. Otherwise, it gets a little bit confusing. So we'll just do, so Macy, how does my water sign X see you? Okay. This is an X. It's an X for a reason. You're welcome, Alexis. Okay, so Macy, how does your X see you? Right, let's have a look. Let's do the, now I'm going to do the Japanese tarot here. Got the vintage Japanese tarot, right. Oops, that's me being clumsy. Right, let's have a look. How does your X see you? How does your X see you? Let's have a look. Interesting. We've got Page of Wands here. So Wands feels like you're out of alignment, maybe emotional in some way. It's quite an emotional sort of card here. It's interesting because we get the Page of Wands, not really emotional, but more of a message, more of a passion. I think you're very passionate. I wouldn't say emotional, more passionate, I think. But I think I'm just wondering if your ex sees you that they see you as being passionate, but also but because you're passionate that you're emotional, but that comes from your own experiences. Okay, remember, this is their perspective of you. Remember, this is their perspective. And you see that the moon is about emotions, about tides, that you're up and down. So I think they misinterpret your passion as emotion, is what I'm getting here. It's like they misinterpret your passion for being emotional. But that's their own thing because they're watery. You can be emotional, but I think it's because you're passionate. I think it's because you're passionate about what you do, and I think that comes through as emotions. I think it's just because you're passionate, you're creative. You've got that sort of creative energy about you. So I think that's what's coming through. I think it's you. Oh, you're a water sign dominant. Okay. But I still get you're very passionate. And I think your passion can be confused with your being emotional, being hysteric. I want to say I get this sense of being like hysteria, like the old vintage, the old Victorian, when they used to say women were had hysteria. But it was just because they were passionate about what they did, or that sense of like whenever women were that sense of being passionate about what they want or what they desire in life, they get that sense of, the men would say that you were hysteria, that it was hysteria, and so that you were emotional stuff, that it was that sort of thing. They used to put you in Looney Tune homes, that sort of thing. With hysteria. So yeah, that's what I think that he perceives you. Remember, this is not always the truth or the facts of the situation. It's more about his perspective of what he sees in you. So yeah, that's what I get. You're passionate, but he sees you as emotional. Okay, so let's continue with this free list. So we have insanity. It's an interesting perspective. Yeah. I don't know if you're I'm getting a very sort of creative energy about you. And I just think the creative energy comes through as being this passionate comes through as being emotional. And I don't think you're as emotional as you think, as you may feel, but I think it's because your passion comes through, mixes in with the emotion. And I think so many people have told you you're emotional, but I don't think you're as emotional as people think you are. I think it might be the empathic side of you as well. Psychic side. Okay, insanity. I just need a question, please. Okay, just need insanity's question. And then Sydney's question as well. Two, please. You do cry a lot? That's the passion, I think. That might be the empathic side of you. Yep. Yes, you can be added. I'm just waiting for Insanity, Rose, and Sydney. I think it might be empathic. Might be picking up on lots of people's emotions. So let's have a look. Oh, Sydney, you posted? Okay, I'm just waiting for... Oh, it didn't come up. Didn't show up. Sydney, it didn't come up. Just said, can I have a reading? It doesn't actually give me the... Oh, okay. So I'm waiting for Insanity, Rose, and... Yeah, sometimes the YouTube will stop certain posts, but it didn't even show up as being for me to check. But then I'm on Restream, so I might not see it. Yeah, I'm waiting for a question. Oh, is Karen crushing on me? Cool. Zindy Rose. Right. Oh, so slow coming through to Restream. Right. Okay, gotcha. Is Karen crushing on you? Okay, so let's do the Maori Tattoo Tarot. Let me just remove that. Right. That's all right, not your fault. It's stream is going. It's quite slow. YouTube can be a bit slow sometimes coming through. So it's okay. Is Karen crushing on me? Let's have a look. Is Karen crushing on you? Well, it talks about an abundance, a wealth of abundance. And there's definitely some stress or worry about the situation. So, yeah, I'm getting a sense of her. Yes, she's crushing on you, and she's worried about what your response will be. So it does feel like there's a wealth of emotion, a wealth of I do feel like there is that abundance. So yeah, I am getting a sense of worry and stress about it though. She's worrying and stressing. Oh, Queen K, you made it back. Okay, so we just need your question, Queen K. So, right, Sydney, let's have a look at yours. Yes, you're on the list from the previous live. Yep, go for it. Yep, just need your question. Yeah. Right, so who's my boyfriend lusting over? So is he lusting over someone else? So is he lusting over someone else? So is he lusting over someone else? So you think, is he lusting over someone else? You think he is? Yes, Natalie, I'll add you. Don't worry. Okay, so we've got this 7. I feel like something's been taken. Okay, I do feel like you need to sort of take back that power. I think there's doubt creeping in. I think you feel like he's been taken from you. Okay, you feel as though he has. And so there's a lesson to learn in this situation. You've got the apprentice of discs. So that to me is that you have a lesson to learn in this situation. He's suspicious. He's acting suspiciously. I think you need to, there's definitely a lack of communication here. So you can definitely feel like there's a need for you to take control. So I think you need to definitely feel like you need to take back your power. And I think that comes from being able to communicate with him. Definitely feels as though there is something going on. I think you need to communicate it. You need to get some clarity in the situation. You need to take back that power. Take back, you need to say to him, hey, look, I need to know what's going on. Are you interested in someone else? If not, you just need to be honest. I think there needs to be an honesty situation here. I think there needs to be, and there's also a lesson to be learned. You need to learn a lesson, maybe learning about boundaries and things like that. He gets mad when you ask. Well, he should be quite confident in either saying yes or no. Maybe if you have that suspicion and you are suspicious of him, maybe it's about you cutting ties. Maybe it's about you deciding to take back your power, take back your strength. Up to you what you do with it. If he gets mad because you ask him, he's being wishy-washy, maybe you need to cut the ties. Maybe you need to make the decision to, what lessons are you learning from this? What lessons do you need to learn? Okay, well, then you've got to decide what you want to do about it. Do you walk away? Do you continue to accept him for what he's doing? Or do you actually make the break and walk away and be empowered on your journey? Be empowered. Up to you. What lessons are you learning from this situation? He can't be honest with you. What are you learning from it? What closure do you need? What do you need to do to walk away? To make the decision. Totally up to you what you do. But you've got to decide whether you can accept him for what he is, or are you going to take back your power, take back your strength? How much of yourself are you giving away to the situation? Totally up to you. But really, well, it's whether you can trust him or not. And you obviously can't trust him. So totally up to you what you do with it. Hi, Effie. You made it. It doesn't matter whether he's with anyone or not. It's how you trust him. It's whether you trust him or not. No. I've only been on a short time. So it's, Sydney, it's whether you trust him or not. And if you can't trust him, if you've got this doubt, you've got this thing coming in, it's about you making the decision for yourself. You either accept for what he's doing, you accept him for what he's doing, accept that he may have something on the side, or you make the decision to take back your power and move on. Totally up to you what you choose to do. I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't do, but there is definitely some doubt creeping in there. There's that suspicion. He's, you know, you're treating him as though he's, you know, he's suspicious. You don't trust him. I think that says a lot about the relationship. A relationship is not a relationship without trust. If there's no trust in the relationship, well, then it tells you that it's time to sort of make some decisions, make some changes in the relationship. Up to you. Okay, so let's have a look at this list. Oh, Queen I wanted to do. I've done Insanity Rose and just did Sydney's. So we're on Queen K, because I said that I would do you from the previous one. And then we have, okay, next on the list. Let's do this list. List. I have Tails, Natalie. Whoops. So I'm just typing up this list so we know exactly where we are. I did Queen K because she's from the previous stream. I said I'd do hers. And then I've got Tails and Natalie. I don't know what Effie's up to, of course, but Effie knows. Okay, so I'm also doing the ones from this, if anyone was from this morning, of course, I'm doing those freebies as well. Okay, so Queen K, let's do the Magical Nordic Tarot. Oh, cool. Effie, I'm using decks that are my cultural decks, my tarot decks from around the world. Is what I'm using at the moment. So Magical Nordic. Let's do what's next actions are towards me before the end of May. We've only got like 7 or 8 days. So let's have a look. Whew. Sense of standing up for one's convictions, defending oneself. So I don't know if there's a battle or a conflict or something coming up. Doing something impulsive. Hi, Miss Michelle. Yes, you can be added. Okay, Queen K. So we feel if his next actions are towards you is there could be a sense of him feeling like he needs to stand up for his own convictions in some way. And so he might rush into something, standing up for one's own convictions, but he might rush into something. Feels like there's a rush into something, rushing into, maybe rushing in to you. Maybe he feels like he's rushing into things, so he feels like he needs to stand up for his own convictions, maybe doing something that others may not agree, doing something that others may not agree with. So yeah, I feel like he's rushing into something that others may not absolutely agree with what he's doing as he rushes in towards you. So there could be a third person in the background who could be stirring the pot, so to speak. So yeah. So we've got Tails. Oh, now Tails put up her, Tails did something up here. Like, oh, it's actually a 2-card reading for the week. This is for the week. So let's do Voodoo Tarot. Tails and Text. Tails, Natalie, then Miss Michelle. So I just need Natalie's question too, please. Natalie, if you're still here, just type in your question, please. So let's have a look. Your message for the week. Message for the week, Tails and Texts. Okay, we've got them bones, which is like judgment card, that sense of resurrecting one's true self, a sense of awakening. So this could be a way for you to sort of awaken within oneself, which is really important. It could be looking at some choices that you need to make. When you sort of awaken, you resurrect your true self, it comes across as being some choices that you need to make to be able to sort of move ahead in some way. It does feel like there's a connection, an emotional connection as well in some way. So there could be a sense of finding a sense of balance within your emotions. So the resurrecting your true self may bring a connection of some sort. So I said, sense of trying to find a sense of balance. Okay, sense of trying to find a sense of balance emotionally as well. Trying to find some emotional balance. A give and take, making sure you're giving as much as receiving within your own emotions as well. It does feel like there's an awakening. There is a sense of maybe your spirituality, connecting with your own spirituality as well in some way. Bearing all. I feel like there's many layers to this week because it's a whole week that you're looking at. Seems to be many layers of how these 2 cards could affect you. The dim bones as being like judgment, and 2 of baskets as being like 2 of cups, so to speak, emotional connection and that sort of thing. So I do feel like there's quite a lot of layers to these cards as you're looking at the whole week. I think they're going to be interacting with you in many different ways. So, yeah, quite an interesting combination of cards there. Right. Next, we have Natalie. Okay, Miss Michelle, I do need your question. Don't forget, if you donate through, if you actually donate through Ko-Fi, it goes straight to PayPal. There's no extra fees or anything, just the PayPal fees. Ko-Fi don't take a fee because I'm a gold member there. But also, if you go through Ko-Fi, you will get exclusive discounts and exclusive posts and things like that. And you can support me for as little as $1 a month. It means you get quite a bit of exclusive content. Right, so does Kay still see me as Bella? Let's do the Spanish tarot. Okay, does Kay still see me as Bella from Twilight? Oops, that's me being clumsy. Right. Interesting. Get the Hermit card here, which is all about knowledge and experience. Now we do get the 10 of Cups, so there is that sense of happiness and joy in this whole situation. So through isolation, I'm getting a lot about meditation, reflection, isolation, but also wisdom and knowledge gained through experience. And then you've got the sense of completeness, of wholeness. So I'm sort of getting a yeah, but does it really matter sort of energy. So yeah. Yeah, I'm getting a yes for sure. Definitely get a yes. But I feel like the Hermit's telling me so much more. I keep looking the Hermit, and he keeps sort of like it's like you're valid. You're valid by by Kay's opinion. It's like you're valid by the Kay's opinion. And you need to be valid by your own opinion, your own thoughts, your own perspective. Okay, I'm getting the Hermit here. He's sort of saying to me, like, you sense of you need to value yourself. You need to value yourself not by other people's perspectives, not by other people's thoughts. He's just keeps saying to me, it's like he's sort of saying, you need to value your own experiences, need to value yourself, not by what other people think, but by what you think of yourself. That's what the Hermit sort of says. A lot about thinking about yourself, valuing yourself through your own perspectives, your own experiences, your own journey, experience, value yourself with your own experiences, find your own happiness, your own joy, is what he's saying there. So anyway, Miss Michelle, let's have a look. You're next. Okay, New Mythic Tarot. How is the Syrian man feeling about you? How does it? Closure. Feels like closure, new opportunities arising. Potential. It's interesting. With the Ten of Swords, it does talk about things ending, but it also talks about opportunities arising. Okay, so it does talk about a thought is that an opportunity arises. And it's like he knows your potential. He knows what value you offer to relationship. So I do feel like he's hoping for an opportunity. He's hoping for an opportunity, and he knows your potential here. So that's what I'm sort of getting here. I do feel as though he knows your potential. He's hoping for an opportunity, maybe something new within the hoping for a new opportunity, but he knows your potential. He knows what you're capable of. So yeah, let's have a look at, oops, let's remove that. Pick a card. Oh. Yeah, definitely. Definitely feels like there's a new beginning. Oh, okay, so what I want you to do, I'm not going to go into too much detail like I normally do with the book, because I'm going to do a pick a card. Oh, 1, 2, and there's going to be 3. So pick a card, 1, 2, or 3. Ooh. One card, I've lost this. Whew. Hi, Italian. Yeah, I'll do your reading next. Just going to do pick a card first. Okay, so first card we're going to look at. Okay, just take a minute, take a breath. We're doing pick a card, 1, 2, or 3. You don't have to tell me. Just think about your number. Think about what card you want. You don't have to tell me because I'm just going to go through and do them, and then you can. And if it resonates with you, it does. If it doesn't, okay. So number 1 is Weaver. How do you weave your life? It's all about creating your patterns in life. Maybe there's some patterns that are good for you, some patterns that are not so good. It's all about that sense of when you drop, when things don't quite go your way, how do you keep going? That can be how you weave your pattern. You know, you pick up that thread and you keep going. Could be really, really important here. So this is what I'm getting here from about weaving your own life. Being able to create the patterns that you want. It's not about anybody else. It's not what I tell you. It's not what anybody else tells you. It's what you want in life, about your own happiness, your own joy, your own peace. Next one is that sense of companion. It's companion. So it's how you connect with other people that are with you. I want to get a little bit more on that one. So let's have a look at, so number 1 was about weaving your life. So let's have a look at the Weaver. Let's have a look at this. So it's 43. So you've been putting yourself down or taking your talents for granted. Your spirits and guides are telling you that now is the time to course correct. Do not compare your expression, body, performance, or talents with others. Yours are beautiful, unique. Your guides are asking you to focus on your journey and to keep building the skills you need. Value yourself and be your own cheerleader. Try the you don't worry about the self-compassion spell, but yeah. Okay, next one, what I say? Is companion, 51. Was companion. Spirit of a cat is with you now. This could be a pet of yours or someone you know. It could also be the spirit of someone living or past who's a very independent born leader and may perhaps be a little bossy or stubborn at times. The message is clear. Don't wait for others. Be independent here and make your own way. Seek your own internal guidance from within, not without. The sign is telling yourself this is it. You don't need the universe to sign off on this one. How to put these larger-than-life characters into words. This card is ultimately about the way cats carry themselves, and it's about being independent or being dependence and independence. It's not a bad thing to be dependent on others. None of us grew up in a vacuum. We've all helped and hurt and been helped and hurt by others. However, we can sometimes become too dependent. Learning to distance ourselves when we need to and provide for ourselves can be incredibly empowering. And companion wishes to teach you by learning from the archetypal energy of the cat. Right, last card. Oh, it's interesting. 52, which is faithful. All doggos, what beautiful big hearts these fluffs have. They want nothing more than to play, eat, and snuggle all by your side. There's a reason they call themselves humankind's best friend. It's asking you to be loyal to the plan, the goal, the good and deserving people around you, but also important, loyal to yourself. Yeah, it's about being loyal to yourself. There's this good, strong, beating heart in that rib cage of yours that knows the right thing to do. Check in with it now. Make your decisions from the heart. So that's the 3 cards for today from Pick a Card. Right. Right, and now we've got those that want a reading. So we've got Talian and KT, or KT from this morning, who didn't get her reading. Did get a reading? Did get a reading. I can't remember. Did get a reading? Has Em learned how to handle? Oh, I already did that reading this morning. KT, I did that reading this morning. I'm not going to repeat questions like that. I already told you this morning. I've done that reading, so I'm not repeating that. I've already done that reading this morning, so I won't be repeating any questions. Please be empowered on your reading. Be empowered. Oh. Oops, I didn't do that one very well. Okay. I'm not going to do questions that I've done before. Yeah, I did your reading, KT. I already did this. Yeah, I did it. I did your questions. I'm sure I did your question this morning. Yep. I did it. Oh, I did your reading anyway. You'll have to go back and re-listen to it. I know I definitely did it. Yep, Talon. Oh, no, I did your reading, KT. I didn't realize it was you. Yeah, I did do it. I did do it. So, yeah. Yeah, Talon, just type in your question, yeah. Yeah, KT, I did your reading. Sorry, I didn't realize that you hadn't seen it. I just did them automatically. I just went through and typed up whatever question was there. I just did it. So, oh, sorry, feet. Right, let's do the Chinese tarot. What's ahead for you in music? Oh, you're welcome, Katie. Sorry, I didn't realize that you didn't know that I'd done your reading for you. Oh, I didn't realize that was you in the IG and the Instagram. What's ahead, Talion? What's ahead for you in music? Whew. That's going to create memories. It's definitely going to create memories. It's interesting here because I get a sense of you. It's going to create some memories, okay? There's some memories, maybe some memories of the past that you're actually going to leave behind, okay? It's like you're going to be walking into new things. So memories of the past, maybe you're going to it's going to create some memories for you. But also when you look at these two cards together, the 6 and the 8, it feels like that these memories of the past that you're actually going to walk away from with the music industry or the music. For you, it's like you're walking away from the past and into something new. So it's going to bring you new possibilities, new emotional connections in many ways. So you are going to leave behind some chaos and things like that. I do feel like there's a sense of you're going to leave behind things that could be quite an emotional connection to you, but it is going to give you the chance to walk into something new. So yeah, that's there. And let's have a look. Talon, KT, I did the reading this morning. And then we've got this one here. Whew. Okay, so let's look at the ancient Italian in this. Okay, first is permanent contract in a central cell, a central call center, central call. Okay. Okay, the contract in the call center, a central call, gives you 2 of swords. I think you're going to find, sorry, 2 of wands. It's going to make, there are some choices to be made. Definitely some choices to be made in that area. I think it's going to give you lots of, it's going to give you a lot of, I feel like it's going to give you a lot of questions, a lot of sense of being unsure in where to go. Okay, second is about an optical company. Ugh, 5 of wands. Definitely feels like this. 5 of, yeah, definitely feels as though there's going to be some 5 of wands, 5 pens. There's definitely going to be this battles or conflicts, or struggles and challenges in the second one. So the first one's going to give you lots of choices. I think it's going to give you some choices, some questions, some things like that. Okay. So it does feel as though there is that sense of so the first one was a permanent contract in the call center. I do feel it's going to give you the options that you need. It's going to give you the choices. Okay. It is going to give you some questions. There are going to be lots of questions. There are going to be a lot of things that you're going to need to discover and thing. The next one is going to give you some battles, some struggles, some conflicts, which you can overcome. I mean, you can definitely overcome them. But totally up to you what you do with it. Hi, Patsy. Welcome, welcome. So chocolate, yeah. Chocolate, I definitely feel like you got some choices here to actually getting a sense of being contained, with the choices and things. I do feel it's going to give you possibilities. The second one, I feel like it's going to be battles and conflicts going on. Yep, donations are still open. Yep, the link's on the pinned. Yep, definitely. Definitely, I'll do some donation readings for sure. So, yeah. Definitely feel. Right, Patsy, you got a reading you want done? You got a question? The first is very stressful. Like, ultimately, it's up to you what you do. There could be some battles and some conflicts to it. There could be some struggles, but you can overcome those challenges. You could overcome those challenges for sure. Oh, Patsy, you're such a sweetheart. So what I want to do, oh, that's it. Ooh, okay. Just Reza has a bad intention towards you. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to use the Mythic Tarot with this one. Right. Oh, you're welcome, Chocolate. Look, ultimately, the decision has to be yours, Chocolate. I can't make that decision for you. You've got to decide for yourself whether you can overcome any challenges or conflicts you have within the second one, or whether you just want to keep going with the first. That gives you options, gives you choices. Okay, Patsy, let's have a look. Okay, let's just throw in, I'm just going to throw in incense stick here. Let's throw in the protector one. I don't know why, I really felt like I needed a little bit of energy. Sorry, I'm just going to cut this down because it's quite they're quite long. They hang over the edge of the incense holder. Wish there was smell-o-vision for you guys that want to smell the incense. It's burning. This is one that my daughter gave me a brand, a whole set. The Elements incense sticks. This is the protector one, which has got a long verdant path trod by wolves. The chamomile springs and fills the valley with an aroma to clear the mind. It's got chamomile in it. It's this brand here. Those that are interested in incense. Okay. Right. Let's have a look. Patsy. Yes, yes, Snarky Star. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Don't forget to check out my Ko-Fi page and also the link to Discord on Ko-Fi as well. Those that have supported me through Ko-Fi, you will get exclusive content. You'll get exclusive discounts. all sorts of bits and pieces. You can get for as little as $1 a month, or I mean, it's a one-off for donate. You can do a one-off, or you can do a monthly one of $1, or a monthly of $3, whatever you want. And of course, you get exclusive content. All right, it's me being clumsy. What do we get? Page of Swords. Okay. Let's have a look. And we get the Emperor. Right. Focus. Does Reza have a bad intention towards Patsy? Let's have a look. I feel like there's a card flipped over. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe that was just me. Right. Cool. Patsy, I'm getting 3 of Cups in this one with the Ace of Pentacles. So I'm getting the sense of a celebrating, sort of being with like-minded in some way. Let me just see if I can get anything else from this. So I'm just getting like a sense of a celebration, like there's a positive energy about it. It feels like there's potential. So I'm not sure why you feel like he's got bad intentions towards you. Definitely moving on. Definitely feels like there's a moving on. Wonder if it's the potential to move on to. So definitely felt like there was a connection there of some sort, and it had the potential to sort of. I'm just getting a very short-term connection. Just sort of getting this very sort of a weird vibe, though. It feels really weird. Like it feels like it should be really positive. I'm wondering if this is just on the surface is what I'm getting, and there's more to it. So maybe he's showing you. It's interesting here. Emotional issue. So Patsy, I'm not sure if I'm sort of getting something like he's showing that he's really, you know, like there's this connection. He's celebrating and everything's all good, and that the potential of it is really good. Like there's potential to be really, really positive, like moving into new possibilities and things like that. And then I've got the Moon card here as well. I know a little extra cards, but it's just with you being a mod and stuff. Just that whole thing of so Patsy, I'm just sort of getting like an emotional, like on the surface is one thing, but maybe underneath is something else. So I don't think his intentions are bad, but I just think that's the way Reza is. Sorry, Reza is. I just feel like there's two sides. There's that's what I'm getting here, like with the phase and with the moving on. I'm sort of like a connection between two. So like he seeks your attention. Oh, is that what I get? Is that what I'm... But there's something else to the picture. There's more to it. Maybe he's afraid. Maybe he's afraid. Like with the Moon card here, the sense of being afraid, facing your, you know, sometimes he's his own worst, Reza's own worst enemy. So he seeks your attention. Here, maybe you scare him. He's your neighbor. Okay, so like he seeks your attention, but then so maybe he's afraid. I'm getting a sense of it. You're right. Maybe there's an intimidation. Maybe there's a sense of him being afraid of something. Like he wants to connect. I keep getting the like he wants to connect. The potential's there, but then there's a shift in his energy. So I keep getting these like two sides to it, and then I get the sense of him being afraid. No, not that you're scary. Not that you're scary, Patsy. It's more that he's intimidated. He might be that. It comes from his own perception. You got to remember, sometimes it just comes from his own perception. Maybe something in the past has affected him. You don't scare people, not intentionally, no. But I think this comes from his own perception. He avoids you. I think he's just afraid of his own shadow. I don't think you're Patsy, you're not scary. It's not you being scared. I think it's his own perception. I think it's his own, he's afraid of something within himself. Maybe he's doubting himself in some way. You know, he could be his own worst enemy emotionally. Patsy. I don't think it's you. I think it comes from his own perception, his own himself, his own energy. Something from his past maybe affected him. I don't think it's not really about you. It's more about him. It says more about him if he avoids you. Like you've done nothing wrong, but it comes from his own perception, his own thoughts. Maybe he's so fascinated with you. Sometimes that can become tongue twisted, and when he says it doesn't come, when he speaks, it doesn't come out right. And so he's scared he's going to say the wrong thing. Right, so let's have a look. Who have we got on the list? So who's on the list? So we've got Snarky. We've got Snarky. J Aquarius Rising and Stella Maria. Okay. So we just need Snarky. Yep. So I just need your question, please, Snarky. Then we've got J Aquarius, and then we have, sorry, did I say Stella Maria? Yep, so if J Aquarius types in their question 2, that would be really good. Yes, you can be added to the list. Okay, I'm going to do Tarot of Cleopatra for Snarky Style. Yep, you're added, Stella Maria. Just need your question. How does Cancer feel about me helping him? Oh, so how does he feel about you actually helping him? How does he feel about you helping him? All that's piled in here. So the first card we have here is the High Priestess. Okay, that's an interesting card here, because I keep getting like he's got secrets, like he wants to keep it hidden. He doesn't want to let it out. I just feel like something's a secret. And then I get that Judge. I think he feels self-critical is what I'm getting here. I'm getting a sense of wanting to hide that he feels self-critical. He feels maybe a sense of being criticized, but that comes from, again, this is from his own, becomes his own perspective. Okay, remembering this is his own perspective. snarky. Yeah, I think it might be that he's feeling might have some stuff that he doesn't want to share to the world. Might be I'm getting a sense of feeling ashamed, or feeling like I want to say that he's self-critical of himself. Okay, and he's quite a private, I feel like he's quite a private person. You know, sometimes people have things in life that they don't want to share, and that should be okay. That should be okay. I think, yeah, I think he feels a bit like you're criticizing him maybe in some way. So I do feel like there is a sense of he feels very self-critical, and he might feel that you're criticizing him, that you're judging him. And that's what he's struggling. I feel like he's struggling with. You can be a little bit snarky. Okay, so I just remember this is his perspective. This is his thing that he's dealing with. So I'm feeling like he might have some stuff that he doesn't want to share. Maybe he's struggling in some way. Okay, so yeah, just be aware of, there might be some other stuff going on in his life. He's a bit embarrassed about sharing. Okay, Universal Celtic. Okay, so the list is, let's have a look. So where are we up to? Stella. Yeah, I think he can be a bit, he's got some stuff he might be dealing with, so you might just have to sort of back off a little bit. Oh, from him. Just be careful. Yeah. Just be aware. He may have some other stuff going on in his life. You know, not everybody wants to share their private life or stuff that's going on with them. Okay, Stella. Whew. Now, if you're talking about somebody that you haven't met yet, Stella, I just got this thing of closing yourself off to other possibilities. I don't know if you're I don't feel like, you're not dating anybody at the moment. You're not dating anybody. You're really sort of closing yourself off to other possibilities. Remember, I'm only doing 2 cards, so I'm not getting a lot of information through. So let's see. What type of person will he be? What type of... Okay, first card we're going to get is... Hi, All About Maine. Welcome. No, you're not dating. Okay. So you've got someone who's loving. Okay, you might have someone who's, you know, you think of someone who's artistic, who's a bit of a dreamer, who could be quite emotional. Okay, quite loving, emotional. You've got someone who's a cup energy. Maybe he's a water sign. You know, water sign. You got someone who's very giving. Okay, you got someone who's very giving. Quite emotional, giving type of energy. Maybe quite feminine, you know, but what I mean by feminine is being very, very receptive. being receptive to what's going on around them. Okay, so you got that's what I'm getting here. Someone who's quite emotional, quite arty, someone who's quite soulful in a way, someone who's very nurturing. Okay, but be open to meeting lots of people, all sorts of people. Don't close yourself off to anybody. Right. So who's next? So we've got J Aquarius and will you get your needed average? Let's have a look at the vintage Japanese. Okay, will you get your needed average? So look, yes or no. Basically, it tells me actions come from your consequences come from the actions that you've taken. So you could get your average, but it all comes down to whether you've studied, whether you've done whatever you need to do, your preparation. Have you done all the prep? Have you got balance, equilibrium? Does tell us the light shining out of the darkness. So yeah, there is definitely feels as though you could possibly get your needed average. Definitely feels as though you could possibly get your needed average, but it all comes down to your preparation. Okay. With the star card here, definitely feels as though, yes, there's a light out of all the darkness. So it definitely tells me like a wish fulfilled. Definitely feels so, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so where are we up to? Martina and yeah, if you've done the preparation, no doubt. Stop doubting. J Aquarius, stop doubting yourself. Okay, let's do the magical Nordic. Well, will you be in a relationship? Oh, what'd you get? Page of Cups. Yep. Yeah, you definitely could be in a relationship with R. But what lessons do you learn from it? What do you learn? What have you learned from past experiences? What's you learning through the relationship as well? I think that's partly too. It's all about how you choose to develop within yourself within the relationship as well. So yeah, totally be in a relationship with R. Could be. But what do you learn from it? Just because, yes, you could possibly be in a relationship with R doesn't mean you have to. Okay. So all about Maine. just want to do something here. Okay, there's a really good book. Oh, Chrissy, hi. Cool. Yes, you're on the list. Yes, you're on the list. From a reading from this morning. Here's a really good book. Totally recommend. Here's another one too. Just because you can be in a relationship with someone doesn't necessarily mean that he's into you. It might not be a relationship as in you're right, Chrissy, no worries. Just wait. Just a couple of good books. Totally recommend. Read. These are great. For those that have been, I've had some videos of this on my channel too. Woman Who Loved Too Much. I have been I've read out a few of the meditations. Right. All about Maine. I think that's right. Okay. Just right, let's have a look. Right, what do I need to know, please? Right. I'm actually going to do the Victorian steampunk. Just throw in some other decks. Right. You're a huge supporter of me, all about Maine. You've been through my Ko-Fi, so I know you are. Whoa! So what do you need to know? Basically, we've got 3 beetles. Okay. It's all about your skills and your talents. Okay. You've got your skills, got your talents. Now you've got to make a decision about which direction you're moving in. Okay. You've got your skills, got your abilities. Now you've got to decide on which decision you're going to move in. What path are you going to take? Now get that feeling of nurturing your business side of it, nurturing your path, your life purpose. Okay, all about Maine. I do feel like it's about nurturing your path. So yeah, I think that's really important for you. It's really about, you know, you're being at a bit of a crossroads, unsure on which path to take. I do feel like it's all about nurturing your path. I do feel like your skills and abilities pushing you through. You want a second job? Is that what it's about? Okay. So that's why you're at a bit of a crossroads. It's interesting because the Queen of Beetles can be about job, career. So it's about nurturing that job and career, nurturing that finances. Right. Chrissy, just need your question, please. Wave killer is, how soon will you be in a relationship? Okay, there's some things that you need to do. I'm just going to throw in some other cards here. I'm just going to throw in. Let's do the Meraki Tarot. Don't want the Supernatural Tarot that goes over there. Right. You're welcome, All About Maine. How soon will I be in a relationship? Well, I think some actions that you actually need to take. So let's have a look. How soon will I be in a relationship? How soon will Wave Killer be in a relationship? Let's have a look. What have we got? It's interesting. I'm just getting the sense of like Three of Pentacles sort of tells me that you've got skills, you've got abilities to sort of move into it. Now, Pentacles can be a sense of a slow journey, not happening straight away. So I'm sort of thinking sort of even a could be like 3 months, you know, nothing sort of too particularly too hurry, you know, it could be 3 months. It definitely tells me that, you know, could happen. Definitely feels like a relationship. You've got the Lovers card here. So yeah, I could say it could be in about 3 months and you might find yourself in a strong relationship of some sort. So it's all about recognizing your skills, your abilities, using the tools that you have available to you as well in some way. I feel like this is about using your tools to manifest what you want here, to be able to create the relationship you want with the choices that you make. Okay, so yeah. So I'm just waiting for Chrissy's question. And then Angelic. So Chrissy, waiting for Chrissy's question. Yep. Oh. Waiting for Chrissy's question. Who's coming for you in the next 3 months because you're single? So who's coming towards Chrissy with love? Okay. It's interesting because I got the word that someone who's quite money orientated, someone who holds on tight to their money. Just feel like someone who's quite tight. And I feel like it's going to be a short-term relationship. Okay, I think it's going to be quite short term. It might be sort of in the moment sort of energy. I'm getting a very much in the moment, and then I'm getting sort of an ending to it. So I do feel like it's going to be someone who, I think this is a short term thing, but it's going to teach you what you do and don't want in a relationship. And I think it's really, really important. So I do feel like it's someone who's going to hold on tight. I don't think they're going to be just holding on to money tight. I think that they hold on to everything in life really tight. And so that's why I think it's going to be a short-term relationship. Now, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's just what it is in the moment. So what you do with it is totally up to you. I definitely don't feel like it's going to be a long-term relationship, but that doesn't matter. Just be in the moment. I think it's going to teach you a lot. So yeah. That's not a bad thing. I think it's important. It's an important experience. It's going to maybe open you up to other things. Hi, Jinjin. Welcome, welcome. What's stopping you from losing weight? And I'm going to use the Angel Tarot here. What's stopping you from losing weight? Okay, what's stopping you from losing weight? Hi, the Unconventional Light. Welcome, welcome. Jinjin, if you can just type in your question, that'll be really cool. Yes, you can be added to the list. What's stopping you from losing weight? What's stopping you from losing weight? Have you had a lot of parties and celebrations that you've been to? I don't know if you've been to, if you've had people who have been celebrating life. I'm just getting a lot of sort of maybe a lot of festivities, a lot of festivals, a lot of going out for dinner and things like that. Yeah, but you haven't found what's right for you, Angelic. It's like you're doing what everybody else expects you. It's like you're doing. The eating out. Okay. Okay. So what you've got to do is find what works for you. And this is coming in so strong. Peter Diamo. Eating for your blood type. Don't know why, but let me get the right title for the book. Peter Diamo. Let's have a look, see if I can get this. Eat right for your blood type. That's it. Eat right for your blood type. Now let me see if I can get that. Let me see if I can put this link in. There we go. Here's the link. Check it out. Look, I think a lot of times we're so busy doing what other people are doing and what works for them, we're not finding what works for us as individuals. We're all so different. We eat differently. We sit differently. Our activities are different. How our metabolism is different in life. So yeah, I think that's really important to find what works for you, because we're all so different. What works for one might not work for another. And it might not just be about losing weight, but being healthy within yourself. It might not just be about losing weight as a thing. It's not about focusing on losing weight. It's actually about being healthy within yourself. Okay, so that's really important. It's about being healthy within yourself. because you might have something that's stopping you medically. So maybe going to a nutritionist as well could be another alternative. Looking, getting some advice from someone who deals specifically in foods can find what works for you. Okay, so that's really important. Find what works for you. Okay, so who's next? We've got Jinjin, the unconventional light. So we just need some more questions. Yeah, problem with angelic, we're doing what people expect of us, but it might not work for us. So you need to do what is right for you. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Okay, so everybody's so different. Right. So what have we got? So I'm just waiting for the next two, I think. Hi, Lisa. Yeah, that's a good idea, Patsy. Yeah, it's not about focusing on your actual diet or anything like that. It's about that becoming your lifestyle. So focusing on other aspects as well. Oh, did Jinjin post? I didn't see it. Oh, you did. Sorry. Thanks, the unconventional light. Will I successfully travel to Singapore? Oh, interesting. Okay. So, with that in mind, I'm going to do the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. Okay, unconventional light, please post your question next. Will I successfully travel to Singapore? So, whoa, okay. Okay. First card is the Hierophant. So it's again about having faith. What do you need to do? What do you need to do to make it happen? Basically. And we get the sense of news arriving and announcements. So yeah, it is possible. Definitely feel like you can travel to I think there's some things that there could be some things that you need to do to make it happen. But yeah, I definitely believe you could. There are some news coming, some announcements. There's definitely I definitely feel like there's a possibility, but then something could get in the way. You could overcome that. I'm sort of getting a yes, but then something. Maybe that's a try to block it, but I think you'll overcome it. So yeah, I'm definitely getting a yeah. Yep, you definitely could. Could be some challenges, but I definitely think you will. Right. Next is, let's do the labyrinth. What is Damien currently feeling about me? No, I just got told stop. Let me just grab the romantic. No. Don't. It's this one here. Muriel. What is Damien currently feeling about me? Right. It's interesting because I get quite a lot of mixture in here. I get as above, so below, a lot of stuff. So in other words, there's a lot of stuff going on in the chaotic stuff. Nine just does talk about an attainment. It does talk about things coming into play, but then there's a lot of I get a lot of healing needed. I get a lot of stuff happening around the process. So there's quite a lot going on there. So I just think he's got a lot of stuff going on. There is a sense of him thinking about you, but he has got some other stuff going on. Like there is that wish, there is that attainment, that gain, but it does feel as though there's some other stuff going on. Here we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which tells us, yes, it's good luck. There is some positivity, but yet we have this emotional life's ups and downs. So I'm getting this feeling of there is, yes, he's thinking about you, yes, he's got some stuff, but he's got some other stuff going on, which is why you might not get the full picture. I do feel as though there's some other stuff happening. There is some life's ups and downs, things busy, maybe he's feeling a little bit stuck at the moment. So I keep getting like he's got some other stuff happening around him. So he might be thinking about you, but he has got some other stuff happening as well. So I think that's why I'm getting this sort of sense of up and down sort of energy. Right, how long have I got? I got about another 10 or 15 minutes. So Lisa's already on the list. Okay, so where are we at? Oh yeah, Lisa's way on the list. You're welcome, you're welcome. Okay, just waiting for Lisa's question. Okay, we're going to about call it after Loverty Green. That's about it. I'm going to have to call it quits after Loverty Green, I think. Woo! So let's post some questions here. We've got Lisa. Then who's next? Oh, Patsy, thanks for all your help. Sorry, my leg's just gone a bit funny on me. Okay. Who's spying on your social media ever contact you again? Okay. Just going to use Native American Tarot deck here. Whoa. Okay, let's have a look. What 2 cards did I get? Okay, we get the sense of judgment and mourning. Okay, so the sense of grief, sense of betrayal. No, I'm actually getting a sense of they're watching you, spying on you, they're judging you, they're critical, and they may contact you, but they're not going to be very nice. I don't feel like they're very nice. I'm just getting someone who's not very. I'm just getting someone who's quite. I'm just getting someone who's not very nice. Put it that way. I don't think you really want them to contact you. Put it that way. I can see them causing you grief. They may contact you, but they could cause you grief. I think it's I don't think it's someone you really want to be contacted with. Put it that way. What you do with it is totally up to you. But I think they're going to cause you some grief. Yeah, they'll contact you, but I don't know if you really want them to. Okay. Right. What's next with you and our kill? No. You tell me. You know, I don't know what he's like. He just doesn't feel very positive. What's next for you and Akil? Let's do the Mythic Tarot with this one. Okay, what's next with you and Akil? Okay, we've got 5 of Swords here. I'm getting a bit of a defeated energy, a bit dominating. Someone being quite dominating energy of it, feeling very trapped. Very interesting. You know, it's a bit of a thing where you might feel that you are trapped within the relationship in some way. It could be just a perception, just a thought about the situation that's going on, but I'm getting a sense of feeling defeated in some way and feeling trapped. I'm getting a very sort of trapped feeling about this. What's next? What you do with it is totally up to you, of course. This is just what the cards are coming out. Basically getting with the 5 of Swords and the 8 of Swords, I'm getting a very trapped sort of energy, very sort of beaten down, sort of a beat down, sort of a sense of being contained in some way. So I don't know what that's about. But yep, that's the energy that I get for the relationship. You know, things can change, things can do depending on what you decide to do about it, but okay, Sunflower, G, and Lovety Green. So that's the last 2. I'm going to have to sort of relax for a bit, I think, after this, because it's now 5 to 4 in the afternoon. So I don't really want to be on for ever. So yeah, so just waiting to see. It's this here, which is quite interesting. I did not know Restream had this. I know sometimes things can be a bit slow. Right, let me turn this off. Let me just do Lotus, and then if Sunflower G posts, I'll do theirs too. Let's do the Maori Tattoo Tarot. How does Ricardo feel about you? Yeah, sometimes people come and go. People surf. Okay, Lovely Green, how does he feel about you? I think he feels very conflicted. Seems to be some sort of confliction within himself about how he feels. Might see you as someone who's a little emotional. Remember, this is his perspective. This is Ricardo's perspective. So he might feel as though he's conflicted within himself because he sees you as being quite emotional in some way. He may see you as nurturing in other ways. So I think he's quite conflicted about how he feels. Definitely feel that. Might see you as being emotional or something to do with emotions in some way. You know, remember, this his perspective. Doesn't mean it's true. Doesn't mean, you know, this is Ricardo's perspective. You know, when you ask how somebody feels about you, remember, it's their perspective. Doesn't necessarily mean it's true. It doesn't mean it's, you know, it's facts. It's just their perspective. So, might see you as being emotional. Okay, that is about it. Tarot readings available for services. Don't forget to go onto my Ko-Fi. Now, don't forget, if you donate through Ko-Fi, you can get special discounts. You can get exclusive. Let's finish up with a collective. If there's nobody else, let's think about. Let's use the let's do the Silver Witchcraft Tarot. Oh, you're welcome, Patsy. Welcome. Don't forget, through Ko-Fi, for as little as $1 a month, there's discounts and exclusive content and all sorts of bits and pieces. Don't forget, there's Discord as well. Don't forget, you can join me on Discord. The link is in the Ko-Fi. So if you go to the Ko-Fi page, you will get the cord. Ooh, collectively, let's have a look. we have the King of Chalices. So this can be a reminder to maybe put your emotions to one side, maybe have a practical approach to something that's going on for you right now. Don't let your emotions get in the way. You might be feeling very stressed and very worried. Maybe you need to ask for some help, which is really important. It's about getting yourself back in alignment. Maybe you're emotionally wounded, dealing with the past. It's quite interesting with what's coming up. You're feeling very stressed and very worried about what's happening. A lot of it is emotionally tied up to your nightmares. Maybe you're having nightmares at night. Your dreams are not that good. But it's about knowing that you're actually not alone. You can actually ask for some help, and to bring everything together to find a sense of peace and happiness within your own journey, which is super, super important here, is to find a sense of wholeness within oneself, being in control of the path that you want to pick for yourself, the path that you want to provide for yourself, being able to be in charge, be in control, being able to gain what you want out of life, being able to sort of take care of your own self, take care of your own needs, achieve what you need. Being able to find a sense of balance is really important too, emotionally, being able to have that give and take in your relationship. So that's really important too, making sure you're being able to give as much or receive as much as you give out. And I get a sense of balancing your heart chakra is going to be really, really important. Malachite's going to help with the healing process, and the rose quartz, of course, is going to be able to give you that balance that you really need. So I'm really getting a really strong feeling with the malachite and the rose quartz working together is going to be really, really benefit for you in this ability to balance out your heart chakra. I know this Two of Chalices can also be about a sense of relation, a new connection or a relationship in some way, but I'm getting it very much connected with the balance of your heart chakra. That's going to be super important throughout this journey. It's all about seeking the truth and the facts of the situation. Now, not just your perspective, but actually look at other options and other viewpoints. Look at the actual facts of what's actually going on. Look at the physical facts. Look at the evidence of what's actually going on here. I'm getting a very strong look at the evidence. Search for the evidence of what's actually going on. Don't let your perspectives get in the way of what's actually happening in the situation. I think you need to be a little bit open to what are you actually focusing on. There's some things in life that you can control and some things you cannot. So it's really important to look at what are you actually focusing on? What do you actually want to bring into your life? What's important emotionally to your life? Again, you get that sense of being very aware of what you're actually focusing on. Here we get the Celestine prophecy sort of energy I've got coming through here very strongly. Seems to be really important. The Secrets of Shambhala, in particular, if you've already sort of started to read that series, Secrets of Shambhala seems to come through really, really strongly right now in regards to this here. So we get once we've done that, we're able to sort of acknowledge our achievements, what we achieve in life, and allowing us to move into new cycles, new possibilities. There is a shift in your perspectives, shift in there's a movement coming into your life, a travel, a journey in some way. So that seems to be really, really strong here. So let's going to have a look at the now. I know you're all moving into Beltane, so let's do the Beltane cards. I'm not going to do the Samhain, which is where I'm at, but I'm going to do your yeah. So let's have a look. Beltane, let's have a look. What cards for the collective are we going to focus on here? Okay, Wildcat, be still and tune in. There is something afoot lurking alongside you. So let's have a look at this, card number 44. Okay, card number 44, we're looking at here. Be still and tune in, for there's something afoot lurking alongside you. It does talk about danger. There are forces swirling around you that you have missed your eye. Like a ferocious cat lurking silently in the trees, someone or something is nearby that does not have your best intentions in mind. Wildcat has appeared in your spread to warn you that all is not as it seems. You may have felt an unease creeping along your spine, or perhaps you've picked up on some sense of danger, but have questioned the validity of what you feel because your eyes are seeing a different picture. Trust in your instincts as they are letting you know that something isn't right, even if you don't have proof. Be especially careful if your question is about a specific person. They may be hiding something from you, and whether it's good or bad remains unseen. Be discerning with your time, resources, and information, only sharing what is absolutely necessary and gathering all information before you make any further decisions. If you pull, oh, don't worry about that one, because you are sacred. Let's have a look at a second card from here. Oh, all that falls down the side. Oracle number 28. Spirits of the other worlds, tell me tales of the unknown. Tell me tales of the forbidden. Okay, so card number 28. The spirits. Okay, so let's have a look at this. You've received invitations from the spirits, your ancestors, and other benevolent, otherworldly beings. They've been waiting for you to seek their wisdom. Access to the spirits is always available to you, but you must communicate with them in their language. They speak to you in the silence of nature and symbols and the moods that are all around you, and you may hear their whispers in the darkness of your mind. This is not an illusion, but is illuminated guidance being offered to you. Do not be afraid of the messages you see unfolding in your life, or of the beings who greet you, as they are here for your highest good and will protect you against all other harmful beings. All you have to do is ask for their guidance and protection, and so you shall receive. Additionally, the spirits can step in to support you and wish to do so. No problem is too big or too small, and they ask that you seek their guidance regularly. So we're looking at these two cards together. We get a sense of trusting your intuition. I feel like your spirit guides are letting you know that things are not quite as they seem. So you might need to ask them for a little bit more information, for a little bit more of a connection, a little bit more information that they can help you with. So really connect with your spirit guides, connect with your angels, connect with that your deities, those that are really, really sacred to you, and allow yourself to really listen to what they're telling you, because things might not be as they are seen. So that seems a really important message for you today. So hopefully feels like a private, maybe it is Patsy. I don't know if anybody else is here or what's going on, but if it resonates with you, it resonates. But yeah. Oh, I felt like a collective reading was a positive one to do before I shut down. Oh, donations only, because I am really going to think about quitting soon. So our list is closed, by the way. I'm sort of getting to that stage now. I've been on for over 2 hours. I am getting ready to shut down because I need to get something to eat. I need to relax. I need to take care of me, which is super, super important. I've been on for 2 hours now. So I'll be on again in a couple of days. I'm not going to be on tomorrow. Tomorrow I've got some other things that I need to get done for sure. So, oh God, that is painful. I'll put all these cards away now. It's going to be a big job. So, yeah. So now I am doing okay, so sorry. Julia, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just about had it. Oh, you're welcome, Patsy. Sorry, Julia. I really have to. I've been on for over 2 hours and I have to cut it off because I can say that I'll keep going and it just happens. And suddenly it's 3 hours and 4 hours. And, you know, I've been on, you know, if I keep saying yes and don't cut off, then I burn myself out and I'm no good to anybody. Yeah. Oh, good. Good, good, good. That's good, Patsy. That's good. Okay, so a couple of little things. Let's just put you into here. I'm just going to show you something very, very quickly before I finish off. So let's just go into my Microsoft Edge tab, and I got this one here. So I'm just going to show you here, we've got the Hikate's Crossing server on Discord. So welcome to Hikate's Crossing General. This is the start of the Hikate's Crossing. This will relate to anything related from general to tarot, divination tools, spiritual practice. So Hikate's server. Okay. Then you've got your roles. Introducing yourself. Roles that are available. So you'll be a newbie. You can hang around. You can be a practice reader and a professional reader. Cartomancy and divination. Talking about Kickstarters and Etsy and all that sort of stuff. Got my creation. So if you're creating a tarot deck or an oracle deck, you can add it to here. No problem at all. So these are your creations. Then you can offer readings with text only, or you can offer readings in a video. Oops. You can offer readings with video, and voice chat, video chat. Well, you can share your spiritual practice. And you can share your social media, of course. So you can do a general chat. You can share your readings. Oops, disconnect. You can share your readings with others. If you want some advice or something in chat, you can offer readings in chat. Whether you do it sort of open to everyone or you can do a private chat. Totally up to you. So yeah, it's the Discord. So if you go into Ko-Fi, there. So if you go into Ko-Fi, oops, not that one. So let's do this. Go into Ko-Fi. Okay. You can become a member for as little as $1 a month or $3 a month. And if you go into here, there's the Discord invite, a safe haven. So just type in there and you'll go and join. You can join the Discord there. So you can share the exclusive content for the Ko-Fi. There's heaps of previews for videos and all sorts of things. So I just want to share with that there. So yeah, basically. Whew, well, that's it from me. Let's finish up.